Since the public offering of SpaceX onto the public markets, things have changed for what it means to be an IPO. As my friend Michael Taylor has said multiple times, the success of SpaceX's IPO is going to put forward the idea that IPOs are most probably going to be a success on day one, with retail investors like you and I flocking to buy anything with the label IPO, hoping to secure a quick buck from our cash. By the way, his channel is amazing and you guys should follow him just down there. But if you are new to investing, you might not know what all this fuss is about, or in fact what even an IPO is. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about IPOs and explaining them for an absolute beginner, and maybe I will oversimplify things, but this is my channel. I'm going to be showing all of this on Trading 212, and if you would like to get started with investing on Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share worth up to £100, then all you have to do is to follow the link in the description box down below. Or you can scan this QR code appearing on the screen right now. Alternatively, if you've already signed up to Trading 212 over the past 10 days but haven't received your free fractional share, then all you have to do is to press the 3 horizontal line menu at the bottom of the screen. Then scroll all the way down until you see the section Use Promo Code. And in this section, just enter the code JUBAIR and you should receive a free fractional share. So here is an email from Trading 212 dated back to 2022 that I've saved, and this is when Porsche released its IPO. Now, investors all around the world were very excited to get a slice of Porsche as it hits the public markets, because for the longest time, they have been a private company. You could live under a rock and still know who Porsche is, as their cars are very famous. So then what are Porsche's shares worth today if they started out at around 83 euros per share? Well, 4 years later, we can see that Porsche's IPO hasn't been tremendously successful when we look at the share price, because it is down by over 51% since that. Yes, initially, as you can see, there was a spike. We saw numbers exceeding 110 euros per share, but today it sits at only 48 euros per share. Now, just hold this thought. I won't go back to Porsche, but typically, sometimes maybe these are how IPOs pan out. But then I hear the argument, wasn't Amazon and many of the other top companies once an IPO? And yes, they were. There are some success stories with IPOs. There's no running away from that. So fast forward to this month here, Trading 212 has sent me another email about an IPO, and this time you could not have escaped SpaceX's launch even if you were hiding under a rock. So far, it's way too early to tell, but you can see that SpaceX's launch onto the public markets has been incredibly successful. Analysts have been telling us that the valuation of SpaceX at just $135 per share was incredibly overvalued, with a company total valuation close to $2 trillion, whilst the company wasn't even profitable. Now you can see since its launch, SpaceX is up by over 30%, but today we are seeing things perhaps changing. We are seeing that usual IPO curve with a peak at the top and then what seems to be a fall off afterwards. Of course, the thing with IPOs is that they are incredibly volatile. It is a private company going into the public. There's a lot of stuff up in the air. The valuations are all basically just pulled out from thin air, so we're going to have to see the price settle down. And typically we see the IPO curve because insider traders and pre-IPO investors are able to sell off their shares shortly after the company becomes public. And oftentimes, if the public doesn't seem that the company is actually that valuable, well then of course you see this sort of sell-off, which is pretty normal. Okay, so let's go through the definitions. What is an IPO? An IPO stands for initial public offering. So like I said before, companies can be private or they can be public. They can actually try to go for a stock exchange, for example, a New York Stock Exchange. the London Stock Exchange based on where your dealings are. Now, when a company goes public, essentially they can put some or most of their shares onto the public market. And this is usually a way of generating some capital to fund some ventures that could potentially make the company more valuable in the future. Even Trading 212 over here says that IPOs can be very volatile. There are a lot of short traders, or short-term traders, I should say, that will make or will try to make a quick buck from the IPO, essentially buying it early and then trying to sell it off during the hours or weeks after the company becomes public. Now, because this company was previously private and now they're going public, the real value is pretty much unknown. When it's brand new, there's not enough data to suggest what it should be trading at. And as a result, you can see many IPOs actually, go up from the hype and then down after the insiders or the pre-IPO shareholders start selling. It's not an easy process going from a private company to an IPO. Of course, you have to go through multiple regulatory steps. If you're really interested into that, I'll leave the link to this article from Trading 212 that you can read into. But I think we have actually summarized the basics of an IPO. Now, this IPO mania has gone so far that even Trading 212 has a section for IPOs. As you can see over here, we have top movers, but we also have upcoming IPOs. So we can see here 3 IPOs and one that has just launched. Now, this is Deep Fission. It doesn't have the same sort of appeal as SpaceX, and we can see already that, the IPO dump has begun. Again, remember, past performance is no indication for future performance. I'm not an expert. I'm just looking at the graphs and making my own opinions on them. But what I can tell you is that Trading 212 is now welcoming these IPOs, and they have even changed their user interface to, incorporate the IPO timeline. As you can see, this IPO was filed on the 20th of May. And it became live on basically today. Now, of course, this is no SpaceX. As you can see, as soon as the IPO became live, so publicly traded, you can see there was a small spike and then it has gone down. But again, it's too early to see what's going to happen with this company. Now, we can see another 3 IPOs that are still in the IPO stage. So let's go into Cardigan. You can see that this IPO is coming out supposedly today, but the trading has been halted by Nasdaq. This could be due to multiple different reasons. I'm not too sure right now, but you can see the timeline. So it was filed on the 26th of May, and then you can see it was upcoming, and then it was priced, and it should go live sometime today as I film. Now, here's another IPO that has not been, released yet. This is DPC Holdings, hoping for an initial offering price of around $28 to $32 per share. They filed on the 28th of May, and as you can see, there's still an upcoming IPO. Their price will be announced soon, and it will go live around the 25th of June, so really shortly. You can see their estimated valuation. Again, it's really hard to know what to value a company that hasn't been publicly traded before. You can see just how many shares have been offered, and one very important thing is the lockup period. Now, as I said before a company becomes public, the company could have already issued multiple different shares to, the directors. It could even issue shares as a reward to its early employees. And therefore, as a result, many people already have shares in the company that they probably would have received for a value less than the IPO initial price. That's what makes IPOs dangerous. Once the lockup period is over, initial investors can just sell off, offloading their shares into the free market. Now, based on how the IPO is designed, they could have more shares than the shares offered, to the public, and this could dilute the market, really tanking the price of, the company. And as I speak right now, SpaceX is down by over 8% today. You can see over the past week, we hit a supposed peak of around $230 per share. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know if SpaceX will continue to go down and down. But as it stands, the company is valued over $2 trillion for an untested, unprofit-making company. When you're investing, your capital is always at risk and the value of your portfolio could go down as well as up. But with IPOs, you have to be really careful because in the beginning, there could be lots of volatility. And that's not to say that the company won't recover and then do more in the future. It's just to be aware of what to expect in the beginning. So make sure to check out some of my other videos and I'll see you in the next video.